Good evening. Just 1 second. Mhm. Dear Professor Dwivedi, we are very grateful to you for taking time out of your very busy schedule to share your uh, inavailable expertise with our university community. Today, here, our colleagues, as well as graduate students, have joined to listen to you interestingly. The floor is yours. Please, Professor Dwivedi.
Thank you, Professor Akhatoa, and I thank everyone who is attending this lecture, whether they are postgraduate students or they are doctoral scholars or the colleagues, faculty members. Uh, it's very nice day, and I am thankful to the management of Kazakh Ablai Khan University of International Relations and Professor Akhatoa, everybody who has given me opportunity to speak on two topics today. Previously to I had addressed to the students of Kazakh Ablai Khan University at two occasions, and in this connection, today again I'm going to address you all. Thank you. The first topic which we have been given
Uh-huh.
is
You are
about,
welcome, Professor. Uh-huh.
thank you.
Let's continue, please. Sorry.
First topic which I have been given is social media marketing. I have added two, three words in this: social media marketing, a boon or bane. That means how good, how beneficial is social media marketing, or how bad it is for businesses, for academic institutions, for corporate world, for governments, as well as for individuals. We we are living in a world which is highly dependent on social media. In any part of the world, whether we call about the Western world or the Eastern world or the independent developing nation like India, other countries in Indian Ocean, South Asia, CIS countries like Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, Kyrgyzstan, and many others. We can we can avoid food for one time. We can remain without having our lunch, our dinner, but we cannot stay without mobile phone and the social media tools, whether it is WhatsApp, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, anything. So the way we are dependent on our social media is heavily guiding our agenda for the marketing for our small businesses, whether we have small businesses or big businesses. And social media marketing, the tools of social media marketing, they are they play a very driving role in marketing of the businesses and generating revenue for the businesses. In this regard, I will cite you an example. Recently, Elon Musk took over the ownership of Twitter. He purchased entire Twitter in 42 billion US dollars. Okay, and all of a sudden he started firing everybody. Why? The reason was that Twitter itself is used as social media marketing tool for many businesses across the globe. And it generates.
Ratnesh Dwivedi. Посмотрим, кто этот человек.
Anybody saying something?
No, it's okay. Вулдус, отключите, пожалуйста, этот.
Okay. Okay. So
Okay,
since
it's okay. Sorry.
the previous management was not influencing in the way to the businesses and to the market, that's why Elon Musk started firing everybody. And now he's going to have a new team, a completely new team. Similarly, Meta or Facebook is doing the same thing. The Instagram is doing the same thing. That is that reflects how dependent we are on social media for marketing, for generating revenue. And I will add on in this. I have prepared something.
Mhm.
What social media does, it connects businesses with individuals and individuals with businesses. It also connects businesses with other businesses. Being well connected with one's customer is the biggest competitive edge for companies. The more you are connected with businesses or with the market, more advantage you have, whatever business you have. Even if you are an academic institution or academic university, the more you are connected with the rest of the world, more students you will get. Nowadays, we see every university across the globe, whether they are American universities or the UK universities, French universities, German universities, Russian universities, everybody look for students. And social media plays a vital role. The more you are connected, you are getting opportunity to promote yourself, your university, your business. People are getting to know about your academic profile. People are getting to know about your academic achievement. People are getting to know about your business acumen. People are getting to know about your business strategy. So the more you are connected through social media, more benefit you have. The same thing I am saying here, how well your product and services sell depends on how much your target audience knows and relates to your brand. That means the sell of the product is directly proportional to the network you have on social media. Okay. Similarly, previously what was happening, marketing was limited only to print media, hoardings, some TV advertisements, this and that, to bring awareness among people about your brand. But at the same time, it needed high investment. Preparing a print ad or television ad of 10 seconds, that needed a huge investment and no returns at the time. But social media proved to be a powerful, cost-effective platform that broke geographical barriers. Few days back, few days back, 8th billion baby was born in Manila, Philippines. That means now we are 8 billion people on this earth. Now, can you imagine that a print media can reach to 8 billion people? Your newspaper is getting published in one corner of the world. It will not reach to entire world. Similarly, television, it also has its limitation. But when we talk about social media, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, WeChat, they all are connected across the globe. Wherever you are, whichever part of the world you are in,
Professor Dwivedi.
And you cannot imagine the speed of connection, getting networked, getting connected with each other. Within blink of an eye, you are getting connected with everyone. Similarly, here I I want to highlight one very important point. Does social media marketing have only the benefits? If you ask me honestly, I will say no. The way anything in this world has two sides of one coin kind of things, matlab good and bad. Similarly,
Какие-то проблемы со связью.
А я подумала, что это, я думаю, может, у меня зависает, что ли, уже сидела, думаю, сейчас его не перебивать. Вдруг все слышат, а я не слышу. Значит, у всех зависло, да?
Похоже,
А,
что мы друг друга все
да,
слышим, а
проблема,
профессора нет. Это у него проблемы со
да.
связью.
Я его вижу, картинка зависла. Вы вообще видите его, да?
Да.
Да,
Картинка зависла.
просто изображение зависло, да. Видимо, какая-то, да, помеха на линии. Ну, значит, уважаемые участники лекции, пожалуйста, не покидайте ее. Сейчас, я думаю, связь восстановится. Бывают иногда так технические неполадки какие-то. Ну, он вернется, я думаю, что все нормально. Сейчас я ему напишу. Самое главное, когда вот он завершит свои лекции, ему вопросы задавать. Здесь я вижу много студентов. Вот, пожалуйста, уважаемые студенты, вы не стесняйтесь, задавайте ему любые вопросы, которые вас интересуют. Ну, по теме, конечно. По теме можно еще, если вас интересует образование в Индии, можно и по образованию вопросы задавать. Сейчас я ему напишу быстро. Сейчас. Я сейчас позвоню ему вообще. Щас. Да, он знает, что у него что-то, ну, со связью, сейчас он будет пытаться подключиться опять. Татьяна Васильевна,
Да,
вы слышите меня, да?
да, слышу. Нет,
Просто
это
вот...
у нас со связью все нормально. Это у них там.
Нет, просто ваше вот тоже изображение, или это только у меня, как бы, оно как будто зависло тоже. Я поэтому спросила.
Нет, шевелюсь.
Ага. Ну, это значит, что у меня так. Ну что ж, давайте подождем.
Конечно, сейчас он повторно
Да, да.
подключится.
Да, самое главное, он знает, что вот мы его не слышим и не видим. Угу. Вот он появился. Сейчас.
Sorry, I'm extremely sorry that my connection was lost. I was in the middle of reading. I'm coming.
Yeah, it's
Don't be
okay.
worried.
Don't be worried. We're glad to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
So that is what I was talking about. If you ask me honestly, if social media marketing is only and only boon, I mean, if it is only beneficial for as a marketing tool, the way every marketing tool or every product has two sides, social media also have two sides. A greater section of the market also believes that social media allows you to be exposed extensively. That means once you get a social media app in your hand, a mobile phone in your hand, even if you are having a YouTube channel or you are having a 20% 20 employee business, you will start putting maximum information about your business and product on social media channels. Then what happens? The more information you are putting on social media, more questions will be asked by the customer. So what happens? They will come again and again with more questions. And it will be difficult for you to reply all questions. But in short, if you ask me whether social media marketing is boon or bane, I will say it's blessing in disguise. It opens up low-cost branding for small, medium, and large companies alike and has increased their outreach extensively. Today, companies can leverage multiple social media platforms to create awareness and interact with their audience. Now, I will carry you through some social media marketing apps which are used extensively. First is YouTube, one of the oldest. YouTube is a video service provider. You can create videos, add descriptions, and put it on social media. Put it on YouTube so it is visible to larger audience. And as I said previously, we were having print media, television, and few more advertisement tools which were not reachable to as many as entire globe. But social media marketing tools, they are accessible by entire globe at one go. Similarly, YouTube, it, it is considered as a most accessed and entertaining platform. Over 2 billion users use YouTube, and YouTube is home to a huge user base when, if harnessed well by brands, can make a huge difference. You cannot put directly your advertisement on YouTube, but you can create a content, a mix of advertisement and entertainment. So people can watch you, your product, your idea on YouTube. TikTok. TikTok means, as I said previously, most of the Chinese apps are not available across the globe. Whether it is TikTok, WeChat, they are not accessible across the globe due to different kind of reasons. TikTok was considered significant means of marketing, but during pandemic, it, it again gained momentum, and it was very popular among Generation Z customers. Bite-sized content that is short but information heavy also push the company to leverage this platform. On YouTube, you can post half an hour video, 40 minutes video, but on TikTok, short snippets, and they are hugely popular. TikTok Live, TikTok in EdTech, TikTok in IT, fashion, food, academia, they became hugely popular. Now coming to LinkedIn. LinkedIn is considered most serious social media tool. Even that people use LinkedIn a lot. It's for B2B strategy, business to business, B2C, business to customer, C2B, customer to business. LinkedIn has proved itself as the most versatile and productive place for brands to market themselves. Features like polls, job posting, or article, sincere political article, anything like that, business article, you can post on LinkedIn. Facebook. Facebook is again used usually for marketing mix. It's a digital marketing strategy. It's familiar that ease of access and popularity among multiple age groups come in handy for businesses while sending out ads and company related content. So Facebook is also used for marketing and strategy designing, and also the like LinkedIn, it's also a serious tool of marketing. Twitter, again, Twitter is a fast-paced social media marketing tool. The only problem with Twitter is that it does not have it. So be aware when you are writing, and you cannot write more than 4 or 5 lines. You can add four GIF of 4 pictures, and then you are set to go. So when you are using Twitter, be cautious that whatever you are writing, that is grammatically correct, and you are aware what you are writing. Twitter is hugely popular to promote business ideas and thoughts. Now comes Instagram. It's again like TikTok for video, variant of features, photographs, all that which you can post on Instagram is hugely and immediately picked up by marketing agencies and viewers. Now, while the debate about social media being a bane or a boon is never ending, the advantage of social media marketing surely outweighs its disadvantages. Means benefits of social media marketing are way too higher than its negative side. Right? The only thing is that one should apply little mind and use it in a way that it is used for a positive impact and positive outcome. Right tools, tactics, personalized guidance can help enterprise harness the real power of these platforms. Through social media, we can communicate with people even from far away places. We can broaden our friend circle through it by constantly interacting with unknown people and keeping in touch with our old friends. The advantage of social media marketing surely outweighs its disadvantage. What are the advantage benefits? It's cost effective, it provides authenticity, it complements advertising, it fosters your creative voice, it provides a forum for customer care, it builds engaged communities, it helps search engine optimization. Again, what are the advantages? You reach large audiences, you have a direct connection with your audience, you can create organic content, you have access to paid advertising services, you build your brand, you drive traffic to your website, you can evaluate your performance. So you can see that is how we need social media tools to market and get benefit our ideas and products. And how to analyze your growth on social media, define your social media campaign goals, make use of social media insight metrics like Google Analytics, all that. Connect Google Analytics with your social media tools so you can monitor how you are growing on social media. Make an effort to understand the behavior, thoughts, emotions, problems, and concerns of your targeted demographic. Use goal tracking in Google Analytics. That is how you can. The return on investment is measured as the amount of business receives in return for the time. Now here comes the crux. When you are, people will say, when you are investing so much time and effort on social media marketing, what you are getting? Return from investment. Even if you are investing $1, then you need invest return. That is called ROI. So you are investing in comparison to print media and TV ads, you are investing minimum amount on social media and your returns are great. So you don't have to worry about return. It's always good. Different social media channels help you target specific means what I am trying to say, like Twitter has its own target audience, LinkedIn has its own target audience, Facebook has its own target audience, TikTok, WeChat has its, and even the geographies. Maybe Facebook is not effective somewhere in some part of the world, but other part of the world it is effective. Similarly, TikTok is effective in Southeast Asia, China, and other countries, maybe not effective in Western part of the world. Social media marketing is cost effective, that I told you. It can improve your search engine rankings. It is advisable to have a strong social media presence as it can serve as an indicator to search engines that your brand is valuable and promising. You can keep a close watch on your competitors and their marketing efforts. It leads to higher conversion rates. Success is always, the chances of success for your product and idea is always high. Firstly, think about reiterating that customers are more responsible on social media as it makes for a fun, easy, and interactive experience. Don't make it too boring and lengthy, your campaigns on social media. Make it fun, make it easy, make it short. Marketing through social media can increase your brand visibility and recognition. Social media marketing increase your inbound traffic. The content that you post on social media offers an opportunity to drive customers to your website. Thus, in order to get heavy inbound traffic, it is important that your content is engaging. Means you connect with your audience, you read the mind of your audience, and then design your content which you are going to put on social media. So you will connect easily with your target audience. That is how we should move. There are a lot of things which I can tell you on social media marketing, but in short, I will leave forum open for questions and answers. Uh, this was a brief about social media marketing tool, which I have, which is purely on my perception, what I think about social media marketing and how useful it is. I will again say that advantages of social media are way too higher than disadvantages. Hence, everybody should use social media for its benefit, products benefit, ideas benefit, corporation, organization, and individuals benefit. Thank you very much.
Mhm. Thank you so much, dear Professor. Mhm. Are there any questions? Dear colleagues, are there any questions?
Yes,
May I
I have
ask?
a question.
Yes,
Okay.
of course.
I want to know your opinion about what is more profitable, to develop one platform in social or several. For example, picking one most important platform or develop them in the same level.
Can you repeat your question, please?
Natalia, could you please introduce yourself? First of all.
Okay, my name is Natalie. My name is Natalie, and I asked about choosing one or more platform and social networks to develop your brand.
Okay, fair enough. I got it. You are asking me whether to choose one platform or two platforms. See, it depends. I told you have to assess your need. What is need of your business? Whether you want to go global, you want to remain within your country, or you want to remain within your geographic area. So if you want to go global, you should certainly use one or two more than two platforms, because as I said, some platforms are easily available in some parts, the other is not available in other parts. Secondly, you should monitor the progress of your engagement with your audience. That means you should connect it with some analytics platform. If Google Analytics is available, you connect it with Google Analytics. So you can weekly monitor how well you are growing in your business, how fast, how rapidly you are reaching to your audience and your network. One very important thing I will tell Natalia, that you should not stop growing your network, whether you are on Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn. You should always grow your network. Say, design a tailored message. Tailored message means 5, 6 lines, just like automated response, and send it to your networks who are not known to you, but who can be a potential client or business. You send that message to those people, and they will come to you, they will join your network. So there is always fairly good chance that if you have more than two platforms, you will have more advantage and benefit.
Okay, thank you a lot.
Thank you.
It was useful.
Thank you so
Hello,
much.
Professor. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, please.
First of all, thank you for your interesting lecture. So my question is, can you tell me the more useful and new tools for promotion on Instagram platform?
Okay. Are you asking me what are the new tools for promotion?
Yes, yes. Advertisement promotion on Instagram
There are
platform.
every day, you wouldn't believe, every day new tools are coming in the market. We know only this much. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp. Now I will tell you how many we have. Viber, Telegram, which is of Russian origin, WeChat, TikTok, and uh, this. There are so many. Every day you will get a new one. The most important thing is I will tell you how owners and management think how important is social media tools. How the owners of these social media tools think they are important. The best example is Twitter and Meta, Facebook and Instagram. The way the owners are firing the employees, reflecting that they consider these tools very important for marketing and business purpose. So you can join any, search for new ones which are more effective in your region, and that is how you can have one or more than one social media platform to grow your business.
Mhm.
Okay, thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Any more question? I will welcome questions. You can ask me more.
Yes, Professor Ratnesh, thank you for nice presentation. I have a question. By the way, my name is Aygul. I teach communication courses to students of journalism and PR. My question relates to risk, since businesses they do marketing through social media platforms, and usually they encounter risks long-term or short-term. And in taking into account some maybe geopolitical or political issues, emergencies, how we can avoid such risks
Yes.
while we use
Yes.
social media for our marketing.
Well, I will send a link to my books to Professor Akhatoa. I have written a 4-volume book, Digital Security in Corporate World. I will send a link of that book, which is available on Amazon, to Professor Akhatoa, and she can ask a copy for library of the university. You very good question you have asked. Where to draw the line? Where to draw the line? Means that is why I have kept the topic social media marketing a boon or the bane. That means even me, I consider this very important and very prevalent in the in the uh, uh, in the social media marketing business. Not only social media marketing, but entire cyber world, whether it is social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, anything like that, or anything, even emails, we are always at risk. And how to focus on these risks and avoid it, or or sideline these risks, is a huge strategy. The second part of the question you asked is the geopolitical changes. Yes, true. Even in a country where I am living, India, we don't have good relations with many countries, Pakistan, China. We don't have good relations, and that is why we are monitored. Similarly, nowadays you are listening, hearing about ongoing conflict. So we have to be very thoughtful when we are posting something. There are two things. One, self being thoughtful. I am thoughtful. I will not post anything. And the second part is report who is posting something harmful. Report about it to cyber security agencies, to the agencies of your country, which may harm any individual or any society, or may bring bitterness in society.
Mhm.
Once I will avoid myself posting such comments, such communication. Second, I will report about it if somebody is posting. And third is developing a basic framework to make your social media profiles clutter-free, flawless, and secure. And these guidelines are given on any social media platform, how to make it secure and safe, like having two-factor authentication facility, keep changing the password. These are the things which we can do.
Mhm. Okay, thank you, Professor Ratnesh.
Thank you. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Any more questions? Okay. Uh, Professor Dwivedi, will you move on to the next lecture now, right now?
You want me today, or should we do it on some other day? You want me
Excuse
to
me?
you want me to take that lecture today or the next Thursday?
Um, Today, as we agreed before,
Today. Okay. Okay.
um, what is convenient way for you?
Convenient is that in half an hour I needed to go to doctor. So if you are keeping it on coming Thursday, that would be good for me. And that Thursday we will again be occupied. Instead of having two lectures, one lecture today, one lecture on coming Thursday.
Ага. Татьяна Васильевна,
Да,
Татьяна Васильевна, как вы думаете, вообще мы договаривались, как вы сказали,
обе.
сегодня
Да, да.
обе. Лучше сегодня обе, да, тогда?
Ну, давайте лучше сегодня обе.
Ага,
Потом
потому что...
ближе к рубежному контролю уже будет труднее организовать
Ага.
нам. If it's possible, maybe better today to lectures, and if you can, we will be very grateful to hear you today.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I will. Okay, okay,
Ага. Thank you so much.
okay.
Thank you.
Hello again. Uh, need no introduction, but the second lecture is on communication models. I hope being a student and faculty members of such a great university and media division, you all are aware with these basic things. I when I was teaching in one university in India, which is called Amity University, I was I was teaching to the student of undergrad and grads about communication models. See, there are various versions of communication models. Many scientists along the early 19th, early 20th, and mid 20th century have given different models of communication. We will discuss about that. But first thing is the basic communication model. To understand basic communication model, how a communication takes place, and what is the channel through which we are communicating with each other. Here, in a simplest communication model, there is a sender of the message. Suppose I am delivering this lecture to you guys. I am the sender of the message. And the whatever I am speaking is message. Channel, how it is reaching to you. Channel means this entire atmosphere through which it is reaching to you on the other side of the world in Kazakhstan is channel. And the disturbance in atmosphere, not receiving signals, getting disconnected, these are called noises in medium. Channel or medium are the same thing. And then you all are listening to my lecture, you are the receiver of the message. And if I ask something, this communication is not complete. I am reading something, I am speaking something through medium or channel, it is reaching to you people, it's still not complete unless and until feedback is not coming. I mean, whether along with me you are saying something to me that this point we have not been able to understand, or you are sending a feedback at the end of the lecture, or you are asking questions to me like in previous class, and I am replying to it, then it will be said that the communication model is complete. So what are the components? Sender, who sends the message, medium or channel through which message flows to receiver, noises, the disturbance in the atmosphere which disturbs the message, and the receiver. On the other side of the message, there is a receiver, and the feedback to which receiver is sending a feedback. This is the simplest model of communication. Sender, medium, noise, message, receiver, feedback. This is how and why it is important. Because in any circumstances, whether a political leader is giving a speech, whether you are listening on news on radio or television, whether you are surfing a website, whether you are going in the market, whether you are talking in your family at your home, whether you are delivering a lecture in the classroom, everything is based on this communication model. So it's very important to understand the simplest communication model. I will come to this. We know that communication has become an important part of our life. Previously, we had understood this was for the Amity University. We considered the various definitions and functions of communication. What is communication model? Meaning and definition. A model is an abstracted representation of a reality. A good model comes as close to reality as possible and discusses and explains the reality as clearly as possible. Anything, whether it is communication model or any engineering product, if you have written it in a book about that model or that product, and it comes close to the reality how it is described in books, then it will be considered as standard product or standard model. A model, it represents the reality of communication for better understanding of the communication process. An architectural model of a house is only a representation of house giving a fair idea of number of rooms and its layout. That means nowadays 3D models are coming. That means exactly the way the real thing will look like, you are representing the 3D model of any product or any house or anything like that. Since communication is transmission process, the mechanistic interpretation is rather a convenient way of viewing the relationship among the variable of human communication and of explaining how communication flows from one stage to the next and so on. Models are based on assumptions that theorists make as to how communication functions and what effect it has upon individual and society. What are communication models? They are nothing but theoretical description. But ultimately, this is you and me who will practicalize it in daily use. A political leader is going to a rally where, say, 10,000 people are sitting in an auditorium. And unless he will not use his communication skill, the communication model will remain only in books. Similarly, if a teacher is reading communication model in books and he or she is not speaking to the students, it will remain in books and will not be practicalized. Process of communication I have told. I am moving the cursor and you can read sender, message, channel, receiver, feedback. This is the simplest communication model which I had told. Now, how many communication models have been given? Harold D. Roosevelt model, Claude Shannon and Weaver model, and then comes Charles E. Osgood's model. I will tell you one by one every model. Wilbur Schramm's model, and then comes George Gerbner's model, Theodore Newcomb's model. So you can see there are more than 24 communication models which are used. But what I am going to tell here are not all the models, but very few. Lasswell presented a strictly verbal model, which takes the form of a question. Who says what in which channel? Who says what in which channel? To whom? With what effect? This model briefly and clearly introduces several highly significant variables in the communication process. Identification of source, who said, either I said or you said. Analysis of message content, what, choice of channel, which channel, characteristics of audience, receiver, whom, and evaluation of effect, what ultimately was impact of that message. This was Harold D. Lasswell's model, which he gave in 1948. That means who said, who was the sender, what he said, how it flew, and where it reached, and what was impact. This was Harold D. Roosevelt's model. Then comes Claude Shannon and Warren Beaver's model. This was the most prominent and talked about model. Shannon and Weaver were the first to develop an engineering model of human communication based on telephonic communication. Diagrammatically, the process of communication can be shown like this. The Shannon and Weaver met in this model. Communication begins with an information source who creates the message. He transmits it the means of wall apparatus which acts as a transmitter. Through the air as a channel with noise interferes to the hearing mechanism of the person he is communicating with acting. What Shannon Weaver did, he used a telephonic device. On one side, sender was there, on the other side, receiver was there. The channel was the wires and apparatuses which were connected between receiver and sender. And a message was conveyed. From the other side, receiver gave the feedback. Similarly, what I told you at the first class, that was the Shannon-Weaver's model. Charles E. Osgood's model, which he gave in 1960. The model of the communication process developed by C. Osgood is different from the earlier attempts in the sense that it does not follow the conventional pattern. Communication from source to channel to receiver. He describes communication as a dynamic process and says that a given communication event may begin with receiving stimuli as shown in the figure. That means what Charles E. Osgood gave was not a conventional model. He gave a non-conventional model of communication in which process was important, and process was considered a dynamic process. Communication process was considered as a dynamic process. Wilbur Schramm's model. Wilbur Schramm, a leading communication expert, has provided an overview of the elements and characteristics of communication to explain how these work in practically all forms of communication. Communication with ourselves, communication with one person or a group of persons, or communication with a mass audience of thousands and millions of people. He divides. One communication is intrapersonal communication. Means I am not speaking anything. I am just sitting. The thought process is going on within my body. My brain is thinking, it is receiving the signals by observation and sending to brain. This is called intrapersonal communication. Then comes interpersonal communication. Communication between one person to other. Then comes group communication. Communication from one person to a group of target audience. And then comes mass communication from one person to masses. Then comes George Gerbner's model. George Gerbner attempts to produce a general purpose model of communication in which the communication act is seen as a transmission of message. The model assumes significance as it is seen as an advancement over earlier models in two ways. It relates the message to reality and thus enables us to approach the question of perception and meaning. Further, it sees the communication process as consisting of two alternative dimensions, the perceptual or receptive dimensions and communicating and means and control dimensions. And finally, Theodore M. Newcomb's model. Newcomb's model, unlike other models, takes the shape of a triangle. The most important information at the top of the triangle. Then the bases, the second least important, the third least important thing. That is how he derived the Theodore M. Newcomb's model. So you can say there are different social scientists, communication scientists who gave different kind of models, but ultimately the simplest model of communication which originates from intrapersonal, goes to interpersonal, to group communication, to mass communication, consists of a sender, a channel, a medium, a noises, receiver, and the feedback. Without this, any communication model will not be complete. I had this much to present. If you have any question, I will welcome your questions and would like to answer.
Okay. Thank you very much. And I am Professor Tatiana Shivikova, and I have some question, if it's possible. At first, would you like to say what model of communication is the most effective and useful for mass communication, for mass media practice, in your opinion?
Yes. I will say, if you ask my opinion, I have been teaching communication and mass communication for several years now. Shannon Weaver's model is widely used and widely propagated as a best model of communication because it has a simplest way of communication. A sender, and without these important elements, communication is not possible.
Okay, sure.
I am sending the message, the message, whatever I am saying, and the medium or channel through which it is flowing to you, the noises, the disturbances. Obviously, if I am saying there is no absolute situation in communication model, I mean, whatever I am saying, you will not get 100%. This is understood. There will be some disturbances, and that is called noises in communication model. And then receiver. Even if the message is received by receiver, the communication model is not complete unless a feedback is not coming from returning part. It's almost like sending an email to your colleague. If you are sending an email, you are sender, the content of email is the message, the entire HTTP protocol is medium, the disturbance is noise, to whom you are sending the email is receiver, and suppose he or she sits back and never replies, that means your communication model is broken. So Shannon Weaver model is ultimate model for one-on-one communication, group communication, and mass communication.
Thank you very much. And if it's possible, one question else. As you told previously, some models of communication, and we agree with this, has in their structure the noise or the communicative barriers. And what are the most effective ways or tools to overcome these communicative barriers in mass communication, especially?
Okay, thank you for your question. Barriers are of different kinds. There are verbal barriers, non-verbal barriers, psychological barriers, physical barriers. There are different kinds of verbal, non-verbal barriers we can overcome. Psychological barrier is the most significant barrier. A linguistic barrier. Suppose I start speaking Indian language, you will not understand anything. It is called linguistic barrier. Psychological barrier means age difference is one thing. Suppose you as a professor of communication, you have to talk to a student of fifth standard. That will create a psychological barrier. That means to come down at the level of a fifth standard student will be difficult. Similarly, verbal and non-verbal. So creating an ecosystem in which barriers are less, or selecting a receiver who is almost equal to you or can grab the entire message is the easiest way to remove the barrier.
Yes, thank you, thank you very much. It's and maybe in intercultural communication we have some cultural differences too,
Yes.
and it could be some of the barriers for communication.
Yes, intercultural communication and at the same time international communication.
Yes,
We
yes,
talk about
exactly.
intercultural communication. Suppose a group of students from India goes to Kazakhstan to study in your university. They will stay there. Their culture is different. They will find a new culture there. International communication does not mean that you create disturbance and isolation among the groups, but to zero down the cultural differences in intercultural communication and thus create a communicative atmosphere between group of different culture, creating a harmonious atmosphere.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Any more questions, please? Dear students and colleagues.
It's Natalia once more, and I want to ask you about the target audience and the way to define it. For example, you talk about communications, and how do you understand what is the target audience and how to interact with it?
What can you, Natalia? Can you ask again? Hello.
Наталья,
Еще раз
Yes,
повторите вопрос,
yeah.
пожалуйста.
could you,
How
could you please
do you define your target? How to choose communication strategy for your target audience, for example?
Okay, okay, I got. You are asking how to choose communication strategy for your businesses. Okay, okay. See, there are two departments of communication. We are talking about business. One is called in I mean uh, uh, in office communication and internal communication, and the second is called external communication. Third is PR and marketing. These three departments together, and fourth is corporate communication. These four departments to organization. You have to choose selectively how internal communication means communication within your subordinate, communication with your colleagues, communication with your superiors. External communication means communication with external agencies, external organizations, and so on, so on. PR means designing press releases and sending it to newspaper houses. Corporate communication means the communication which you are going to have with similar companies. These four verticals are very important while designing communication strategy. Once you have this thing in your mind, what is internal communication, what is external communication, what is PR and marketing, and what is corporate communication, you will easily be able to segregate what you should do as far as communication strategy is concerned. You have to understand what is corporate communication, what is internal communication, what is external communication, and what is PR and marketing. Once you sort out these four verticals, you will be easily able to design the communication because entire communication strategy is based on these four verticals.
Mhm. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you a
so
lot.
much. Mhm.
Professor, I have the question about the first lecture.
Okay,
May
okay.
I ask? Okay, so please tell me the most important basic rules for the social media marketing, or maybe your personal experience.
Can you repeat your question, please?
Tell me the more important and basic rules for the social media marketing, or maybe your
Oh,
personal experience on this year.
okay, 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 got it. See, the basic rule is never cross your limits. Is you know how to draw the line. You should know how to draw the line. You should know the basic ethics of social media marketing. Never post anything which may harm anyone. Never post anything which may look obscene. Never post anything which may play with the security of any society or any individual or any country. And thumb rule is that whatever you post, that should be liked by you first. Don't think, okay, I don't have liking for this social media post, but maybe my reader will be like. No, always put yourself at client or customer's shoes. If you are liking your post, that means your customer and client will also like that. So these are some thumb rule. I will send the PPT to Professor Akhatova. Lot of things are given there. She will share with you.
Mhm. Thank you.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome.
Mhm. Okay. If there are no questions, let me, on behalf of the director of our university, academician Salima Sagivna Kunanbaeva, present you, dear Professor Dwivedi, with letters of thanks. I would like to voice them. Dear Professor Dr. Ratnesh Dwivedi, please accept our compliments for the fine work you did at the Kazakhstan University of International Relations and World Languages, delivering online lectures on the topic social media marketing, boom in today's time. We appreciate your contribution to teaching young people of Kazakhstan. We are convinced that the valuable experience our students gain through communication with representatives of different cultures will permit them to become positive contributors to our society. Thank you for sharing your talents and knowledge with us. We wish you further success and the best of luck in your future endeavors. Sincere Rector Selimas Kunanbaeva. And let me write the one more letter of thanks. Dear Professor Dr. Ratnesh Dwivedi, please accept our compliments on the fine work you did at the Kazakh Ablayev University of International Relations and World Languages, delivering online lecture on the topic Modeling Communication, a brief overview. We appreciate your contribution to teaching young people of Kazakhstan. We are convinced that the valuable experience our students gain through communication with representatives of different cultures will permit them to become positive contributors to our society. Thank you for your sharing your talents and knowledge with us. We wish you further success and best of luck in your future endeavors. Sincerely, Rector Salima Sagivna Kunanbaeva. Dear Professor Dwivedi, on behalf of the university and its community, I would like to express our sincere gratitude for the knowledge and expertise shared with us today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure. India's namaste to everyone there. And I thank sincerely to you, Professor, and everybody who participated as a listener of this lecture. Thank you. And my compliments to Vice Rector, sir, who has issued two beautiful letters to me. Thank you again. Thank you very much.
Thank you and see you. And you are welcome. We're glad to see you, everyone.
Thank you.
And we are hope for further cooperation with you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you. Bye
thank
bye.
And
Thank you.
Vagilia Binmajinovna, thank you very much for organization of this meeting and lectures. Thank you very much.
you are welcome, and thank you for you, Tatiana Vasilyevna, and for everybody who attend this very interesting lecture. Thank you, and bye, dear professor. Он, по-моему, вышел, да, его нету, кажется.
Да,
уже?
отключился.
Отключился. Ну что ж, спасибо, уважаемые коллеги и студенты, за участие. Вот, я запись, наверное, остановлю сейчас.
Да.
Мгм.